Okay, I welcome you back to my channel. Today I'm going to take you on how to fix collar on suit. On the previous video we learned how to make collar, how to draft out collar, and how to prepare collar. So on this one I'm going to show you how to fix collar on the suit. So this is my suit in which I'm going to fix this collar on. Every of the measurements are on the previous videos. So now, first thing first, after you've gotten your collar, we have two parts here. One is the collarment and one is the fabric. So you pick your fabric part, and on this one too we have two parts, one for the lining and one for the fabric. So you pick your fabric collar, joining it together to the lining part of the neck. So now this is how it is. From this point, we have a point here and we have a point here. Therefore, and I told you in our collar fixing we sew 0.2 inches, 0.2 inch. So therefore this place will be exact the way it is, but you should go beyond the edge with 0.2. So now the 0.2 that is left outside is for your seaming allowance on this other edge, like this. So you seam from this edge. So now this is my notch. You seam from this edge. Like this. So mind you, you are leaving extra 0.2 outside here. So it will not be at the same spot. The collar will be longer than the tip of the fabric. So when you get to this point, you get to discover it can't move on a straight pace. So you must have, your needle will be down just the way it is. Then you drag this one like this. Then you try to balance it up from the inside, maybe with your scissors or with your needle. So you sew. So on your sewing pad, on this lining point, this is the middle part. This is the middle part. So you are not expected to sew to the middle point. You stop at least an inch before the middle point. So on this junction now, where you turn, you are supposed to notch, so it will ease up the pieces on that point. So what you did here, the same thing too goes to the other part. So I will now stitch this other part too and link it up to this other edge. So now this is how it is. So now the same thing goes on this point. We have two points here. This is one point, this is another point. So now on this your collar pieces, it will exceed these pieces, this point on the body part with 0.2 inch. So you can now arrange it well and you seam from this notch. So I seam. So the same thing I did on the first part, I will still do it here. So when you get to that point, you can now turn. Then you can now link it up to the other point. So now, I guess you remember what we did on the first point. We give it a notch just to ease up the pieces, the allowance on this point. So after now, we go to the table and we press it open like this. So now we move. So now we are back to the table. Now this is called a tailor arm. It's called a tailor arm. In case you don't have it, you can meet any of your furniture man to construct something like this for you. So we use it in pressing the suit sleeve and the collar aspect, probably some important region on the suit. So, but in case you don't have something like this, you can as well substitute with a pillow, but preferably you are supposed to use this. So now this is how you place the neck part. So you press it open where you've joined. You press it open like this. Make sure you set it. Then you now cover it up with your collarment. Then don't forget your pressing clothes. You sprinkle your water. Then you now press it down like this. And remember, anything you do on this part is applicable to the other parts too. So this is how it is. So you bend this edge. So you bend the edge. So after you're done with this part, this is how it will be like. So after you're done with this part, the same thing too goes to this other part. So after I've done this part, you do this the same to the second part. This is how it is. So now after this level, now after you've pressed the two edges, we now go to the table and to the machine and stitch the collarment. So now we move to the table.